have a bridge between the AES countries and the ECOWAS is not a bad idea for us because of the security situation in the Sahel region.
ECOWAS security, citizens of 3 Sahelian countries are our concern. President Tinubu tells Ghanaian counterpart after visit to Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali.
This bill seeks to create a more effective, robust and efficient regulatory framework for Nigeria's insurance policy.
Bill seeking to reduce cost of election in Nigeria passes second reading as Senate works to amend the Electoral Act.
This administration has prioritized job creation and economic empowerment as fundamental pillars of the renewable agenda.
Soccer for unskilled and unemployed youth as thousands receive soft loans and starter packs from Renewed Hope Employment Initiative. Hello and welcome to NTA Network News. I am Jummai Yusuf. Adiola Kanmi Agere will be joining me from Lagos. Benny Adams is here with business news and Francisca Bele will be telling us what's happening in the world of sports. You're welcome. We begin with bilateral relations as President Bola Tinubu says the interest of the citizens of the 3 Sahelian countries and the security of the sub-region must be taken into account, while ECOWAS continues consideration of a reconnection with the 3 countries that have pulled out of the bloc. The president said this after receiving his Ghanaian counterpart, John Mahama, who visited the Sahelian country military leaders recently. Let's take a listen to State House correspondent Musbau Wahab's report.
President John Dramani Mahama on a visit to the Nigeria's presidential villa for the second time since he was re-elected for his second term as president of Ghana. It was a meeting of 2 long-time friends leading 2 neighboring countries with shared values and long-standing relations. A thank you visit from President Mahama to President Tinubu for his solidarity before and after his election. But then, the deliberation between the 2 leaders behind closed doors was apparently of greater importance to the peace, security, and most significantly, the regional integration of West Africa that is being waned with the withdrawal of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. The Ghanaian president, after his inauguration barely 3 months ago, had visited the 3 dissenting countries.
It's my duty to come and brief him on some of the concerns that were raised there so that we continue to see how to dialogue with those other countries.
Most definitely, sir, the region will be willing to have the 3 Sahelian countries back. Any good news from them?
Well, it's a complicated situation. And it's not as easy as we might think, but we just need to continue to dialogue and see how we can continue to cooperate together.
For the ECOWAS chairman, the consideration of the body is much more than the interests of the leaders in the sub-region, but the social and economic reflections as they affect the citizens of the 3 Sahelian countries.
To have a bridge between the AES countries and the ECOWAS is not a bad idea for us because of the security situation in the Sahel region and what economic opportunity that we must embark to ensure security of life and properties of our citizens. The innocent people in this episode are the citizens of those countries. Not much about us, the leadership. The citizens must be the first, beneficiary and the first part of reasons together.
This is the 3rd leader from the sub-region to visit the 3 countries after President Foye Singbe of Togo and Bassirou Diomaye Faye of Senegal. The three Sahelian states completed their withdrawal from ECOWAS in January, but still within the 6-month ultimatum given by ECOWAS for their reconsideration. And just yesterday, Abdramane Tiani has been sworn in as the military president of Niger for a transitional period of 5 years. The reaction of ECOWAS is yet to be seen. From the State House, Musbal Nanwahab, NTA News.
Ahead of his 73rd birthday on Saturday, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will join fellow Muslims at the National Mosque in Abuja on Friday for a special prayer session for the nation. He will also use this occasion to thank God for preserving and supporting him in the onerous task of piloting the nation's affairs. President Tinubu's birthday coincides with the holy month of Ramadan and comes 2 months before his administration's second anniversary. On this significant day, the president will dedicate himself to spiritual reflection and supplication for Nigeria's continued peace, progress and prosperity. Choosing a prayer session reflects President Tinubu's dedication to Nigeria's spiritual and moral well-being and his commitment to seeking divine guidance, insight and strength in leadership. He believes collective prayer is a powerful tool for guiding the nation towards progress and harmony. President Tinubu invites the public to join the prayer session in spirit by offering prayers at their places of worship or wherever they may be, reinforcing a nationwide commitment to unity and shared destiny. He expresses profound gratitude to Nigerians for their unwavering support and goodwill as his administration works tirelessly to advance economic reforms, strengthen national security and expand opportunities for all citizens. The president reaffirms his commitment to consolidating democratic gains, fostering economic recovery and promoting national cohesion. He encourages citizens to remain steadfast in believing in Nigeria's destiny as a beacon of hope in Africa. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has approved the nomination of 4 new members to the Governing Council of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, filling existing vacancies and strengthening the board's capacity. The approved nominees are Olusegun Omosihin of the National Insurance Commission, NACOM, and Wole Ogunsanya of the Petroleum Technology Association of Nigeria, PETAN. A statement by the president's spokesperson on information and strategy, Bayo Onaniga, says the president also endorsed the nomination of Sam Azoka Onyechi, who represents the Nigerian Content Consultative Forum, and Owe Oyambo from the Ministry of Petroleum Resources. The nominations arose from the exit of previous institutional representatives from the Governing Council. Now to legislative matters, as Senate has passed for second reading a bill that seeks to amend the Electoral Act 2022 for enhanced citizen participation in the electoral process. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports that the bill also aims to reduce the cost of election in Nigeria.
The Electoral Act Amendment Bill seeks to address identified gaps that create political tension and hinder the electoral process. Sponsor of the bill, Senator Salihu Mustafa, said the amendments will enhance democracy in Nigeria.
The inadequacies of the extant Electoral Act 2022 have also resulted in the exclusion of elected office holders, which include the President, Vice President, members of the National Assembly, governors and their deputies, members of the State House of Assembly, chairmen of local government, councillors, members of the National Working Committee of Political Parties, among others, from participating in the convention, congress, or meeting of their political parties they belong to.
Senate also passed for second reading bill to establish Nigeria Police University of Science and Technology in Ogun State and the bill to establish Insurance Regulatory Commission.
The establishment of a dedicated university will provide specialized training tailored to the evolving demand of modern law enforcement. This includes coursework in cybersecurity, information technology, data analysis, and other critical areas.
This bill seeks to create a more effective, robust, and efficient regulatory framework for Nigerians' insurance policy.
Senate has adopted a motion from Senator Salisu Afolabi urging the Bureau for Public Enterprises and the Securities and Exchange Commission to effectively monitor and ensure transparency in the divestment process at Lafarge Cement.
The cement manufacturing industry is a critical sector directly linked to national security due to its significance in infrastructure development, including construction of roads, bridges, housing, and other vital public works.
Senate as plenary condoled the governor of Katsina State, Dikko Umar Rada, over the death of his mother. A motion seeking that the late Professor Humphrey Nwosu be honored as a hero of democracy elicited debates, at the end of which Senate rejected the prayer but observed a minute's silence in his honor. The South-East Caucus on this headline of plenary briefed the press and urged the federal government to immortalize him.
If there was no election, there would have been no June 12. So we can also use this opportunity that we're here addressing you to appeal to the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to honor the man who made sure that that election held.
Plenary has been adjourned to Tuesday, 29th April 2025. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
The House of Representatives has withdrawn its resolution on the second reading of two bills aimed at reversing the immunity clause and capital punishment provision in the 1999 Constitution. This decision was made at Thursday's plenary, where 31 additional constitution alteration bills scaled second reading. Our National Assembly correspondent, Mitere Ipen, reports.
Leader of the House, Julius Ihonwiri, moved the rescission motion, emphasizing the need for further consultations among lawmakers on the bills seeking review of the constitutional provisions on immunity clause and capital punishment.
To qualify the immunity conferred on the President, remove the immunity conferred on the Vice President, the governors and their deputies, in order to curb corruption, eradicate impunity, and enhance accountability. And the other is a bill to review the penalties for certain capital offences in alignment with relevant international best practices. We resolve that these bills be rescinded by this House.
And I thank you for your understanding. The sponsors of the bill will keep it until we debate later on in a more thorough, comprehensive form. Thank you.
Meanwhile, 31 constitution alteration bills passed second reading during Thursday's plenary. One of the bills proposes a shift from the current presidential system to a parliamentary system of government. Other constitution amendment proposals include to reduce the period for determination of pre-election matters, to provide special seats for women in the national and state houses of assembly, and to include youths and persons living with disabilities in political appointments. There were separate resolutions to investigate the abuse of tax exemptions, the use of explosives in mining activities, and the backlog of students awaiting call to bar.
Because the delays in this process are unacceptable and contribute unnecessary suffering among aspiring lawyers and their families.
The Zebasit quarry, located along Arab Road in Kubwa, Abuja, has been operating with significant negative impacts. Continuous ground vibration from the quarry explosive have weakened buildings, infrastructures in the area.
House has adjourned plenary till 29th of April 2025 to observe the Salah and Easter holidays. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikben, NTA News.
Federal government has pledged full support for the 2025 Stockholm Junior Water Prize competition aimed at fostering innovation in water and environmental management among young Nigerians. Vice President Kashim Shettima, represented by the Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, made the commitment during a press conference in the presidential villa. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
This guest visiting the State House to appreciate Nigeria's participation for 28 years in the international competition, covering almost 35 countries. This year's competition is most significant given the discussions that resulted from Vice President Kashim Shettima's engagement in Oslo in 2024 and the anticipated visit of the Crown Princess of Sweden later in the year.
Stockholm Junior Water Prize has been around for almost 28 years now.
Represented by the Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Ibrahim Hadija, the Vice President notes that the competition will get the younger generation between the ages of 15 to 20 acquainted with problems and challenges associated with water at their tender age.
You said it's open. We'll continue to collaborate with the Swedish Embassy to expand the awareness, to ensure that we get as wide a participation as possible, and which will culminate, of course, in the events leading up to selecting one person from Nigeria that would now participate at the final session sometime in August, I believe.
We encourage schools, teachers and parents to encourage their young ones to submit their ideas and be a part of this important competition that gives global relevance.
The international competition organized by the Stockholm International Water Institute aims at engaging young minds in addressing global water challenges, and it is for secondary and tertiary school students to write projects on water-related issues and how it could be solved. From March 27th to May 2nd, 2025, qualified candidates will be followed by a national final that will take place at the Swedish Embassy in Abuja later in the year. From the State House, Abraham Jibrila, NTA News.
The federal government has flagged off construction of Phase 2B of the access road to the second Niger Bridge within the Anambra State axis. Minister of Works David Umahi expresses the resolve by President Bola Tinubu to improve the nation's gross-domestic products, GDP, by providing a quality road network that integrates economic corridors within the nation. The minister explains that the bypass will ease traffic within the cities and towns of Anambra and promote interstate businesses.
The 256 kilometer of road from Makurdi to 9th Mile is ongoing. $1 billion project is ongoing, is dualization. It's stopping at Southeast. I want to tell you that Port Harcourt Enugu is ongoing. There are 4 sections there that are all ongoing. I want to tell you that the Enugu to Abakaliki dualization is ongoing.
Explaining that security facilities will be installed on the roads, the minister also gave insights on modalities for contract payment.
You must give us solid 10.05 kilometer under one carriageway. We pay you again, you finish the remaining 7 kilometer. We pay you again, you come for the other carriageway. So that one carriageway fully ready, we can start using it.
This is huge, this is important, and will be impactful to the lives of Ndi Anambra, and we want to express our gratitude to the President for this particular project.
We'll take a break now. More news when we return. Don't go away.
A milestone of excellence, a celebration of achievement. Professor Isaac Itodo, the Vice Chancellor of Joseph Sarwoon Tarka University, Makurdi, proudly invites you to his 26th to 31st combined convocation ceremony. Join us as we honor our graduates and recognize their hard work, dedication, and success. Dates 27th to the 30th of March 2025. The program of event includes press briefing, project commissioning, and research fair.
You're welcome back. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPC Limited, is at the final stage of getting listed in the capital market. This is in keeping with the provisions of the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA 2021. A statement by Olufemi Osoneye, Chief Corporate Communications Officer, NNPC Limited, disclosed that the company's Chief Finance and Investor Relations Officer, Olubenga Oluwani, at a consultative meeting with partners at the NNPC Towers, Abuja, said NNPC Limited is currently engaging with prospective partners in an exercise tagged NNPC Limited IPO. beauty parade in line with capital market regulations before the commencement of the initial public offer. The aim is to access potential partners and determine in what ways they could be of support to the company. He listed the areas of partnership required to include investor relations, IPO readiness advisors, and investment bank partners, reiterating that the company with the best offer in terms of project partnership would be selected for each of the 3 categories. An IPO is a public offering in which shares of a company are sold to institutional investors. The PIA provides for the NMPC Limited to list its shares in the capital market in line with the provisions of the Company and Allied Matters Act, KAMA, 1990. Talking security, a rumor that Boko Haram insurgents have ordered some communities in Kujuba local government area in Yobe State to vacate is being dismissed by the Yobe State government, describing the rumor baseless and unfounded. The governor, Maimala Buni, reaffirms the commitment to protecting lives and property in the state. Yunusa Suleiman reports.
During the meeting, discussions also centered on the upcoming Eid al-Fitr celebrations, with the government outlining measures to guarantee a hitch-free festive period for residents. Governor Maimala Buni represented emphasized the importance of vigilance and cooperation between security agencies and the public in maintaining peace and order.
And as the government will assure you of our total commitment to provide the necessary visibility to enhance your activities.
The government, through its special advisor on security matters, urged citizens to disregard the rumor that Boko Haram insurgents have ordered some communities to vacate and go about their daily activities without fear, as security agencies are working tirelessly to safeguard the state.
The government is not relenting. The government is doing its best to ensure the safety and security of the people. And if now you take your car and drive to Bunyadi, I'm sure you will see a couple of places where our men are deployed on confidence building patrol. And the essence of the confidence building patrol is to give confidence and assurance to the local communities that they are not alone. The government is with them and will give them adequate protection.
With the Eid al-Fitr celebrations approaching, the government has assured residents of adequate security arrangements to ensure a peaceful and memorable festive period. In the Matru, Yunusa Suleiman, NTA News.
More than 1,000 stylists across the 25 local government area of Delta State converged in Warri for a day Lush Hair Stylist Hangout. The program started with marketing activations in the popular Ibudu Market, Warri, with Lush Ambassador Wari Pikin, and climaxed at the Monarch Event Center. Chinyere Okoli tells us more.
The marketing manager, Lush Hair Nigeria, Vivian Obiano, said Lush Hair is a brand for all Nigerians. She said Warri, Delta State is a key region for their business, pointing out that Lush decided to engage stylists and other stakeholders to appreciate them for their patronage over the years.
I believe that we are a brand for all Nigerians, and it doesn't make sense that you're a brand for all Nigerians and you're not in all regions. So for us, this is all about regional penetration, and that's why we're here in Warri.
I should rate the Lush in Ogudu Market in a scale of 1 to 10. I gave it 20/10.
Omoroyi Bello Osagie is a brand manager, Lush Hair Nigeria.
So whatever hair condition you have a product for you. Lush Hair has a product for you for every hair condition that you have.
So that they will also understand the usage of this product as well, and also the benefit of this product, so that they can still use it and have a desired result to the customers.
Lush Hair food range include ultra nourishing hair food, herbal growth treatment, mentholated hair and scalp treatment, anti-dandruff treatment, among other products. In Warri, Chinyere Okoli, NTA News.
The First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has reassured Nigerians that the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing all it can to improve the country and make life better for its citizens. She was speaking during a breaking of fast with former First Ladies of Nigeria, female National Assembly members, wives of National Assembly members, and others. The First Lady notes that people of faith across the two major religions are engaged in sober reflection at this time, and admonished them to continue with the godly virtues they embraced in the holy month.
Out to them and love them and give them hope. And I believe that you all, so just take one person and help. That's all it takes to get this country back on its feet. May Allah answer all your prayers.
In a lecture on the spiritual significance of Ramadan, the Vice Chancellor of Azman University, Kano, Professor Fatima Mukhtar, harped on the need for Muslims to reflect the teachings of the holy month in their conduct.
The charity, the self-discipline, and the patience, the seeking of forgiveness and repentance, and the increased worship and recitation of the Holy Quran are all actions that are supposed to be done throughout the year, every day of our lives.
Special prayers were also offered for the nation, the president, and the entire citizens. Meanwhile, as the 2025 Ramadan fast winds down, the Progressive Governors Forum has reunited heavyweight politicians and top government officials on a special iftar dinner. Political correspondent Abubakar Akwanga reports that President of the Senate, National Security Advisor, ministers, and other top appointees of government were in attendance.
Ramadan Iftar may be the best belt to describe this assemblage of prominent Nigerians, but there is a reason deeper than a mere merriment, and that is politics and good governance, which APC is committed to deliver beyond 2027.
As a family, both Muslims and Christians, tonight we are here to eat together, we are here to pray together, we are here to reason together, work together to serve Nigeria better.
The hall was suddenly illuminated by a solemn reflection on the journey of the renewed hope agenda as the nation marched on the wheel to another election with resilience, determination, and human faith.
This is a trinity. This is a trinity. We are talking about the governors, the National Assembly, and the party. This is the trinity that can produce results, that will produce results. And we also pray for Mr. President that his second term is assured. Can we shout a louder amen?
It is the choices that we make today, the choices that we failed to make in the past, that will set this nation aright.
Inflation is down, food prices are coming down, energy prices are coming down, the exchange rate is stable. Those are the things that affect the cost of living.
The APC has done so well. Look at the Students' Loans Board, look at the Credit Corporation, look at the investment in agriculture, look at the unification of the foreign exchange.
Now the umbrella of the iftar dinner put together by the Progressive Governors Forum is dismantled, and the common message for Nigerians is to strive in the spirit of tolerance, love, patriotism, and to keep faith in the renewed hope agenda of the federal government. In Abuja, Abubakar Akwanga, NTA News.
Ramadan period is a time that worshippers pass through spiritual rejuvenation, showing compassion to fellow human. Minister of State, Ministry of Humanitarian and Poverty Reduction, Dr. Yusuf Sununu, said there is a Ramadan Iftar, breaking of fast, organized by Nile University, Abuja. He encourages the students to reflect on the teachings of Ramadan by showing love, sharing food, and extending the hand of fellowship to one another on campus and even after graduation.
Nile is an institution that we are all proud of. On so many occasions, this university serves as a next line of action or even a shock absorber in time of crisis in education.
Ramadan is a time of prayers, a time of supplication, a time of sharing, a time of giving, a time of extending hands of fellowship and friendship. So we've invited our Muslim brothers and friends, our stakeholders, as well as of our investors to come and share this joy of having this iftar dinner.
This is a platform for unity, and especially this month of Ramadan is a month of sharing.
For years, the university has kept the tradition of bringing together people from all walks of life to be treated to iftar with students, as well as instilling the culture of love, unity and sharing in the minds of students. Now, the federal government has declared Monday, March 31st and Tuesday, April 1st, 2025 as public holidays to mark Eid al-Fitr. Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, who made the announcement in a statement, congratulates Muslims on the successful completion of Ramadan and urges them to uphold values of self-discipline, compassion and peace. He calls on Nigerians to use the period to pray for national unity and prosperity while celebrating responsibly and supporting the less privileged. The minister extends Eid Mubarak wishes on behalf of the government, hoping the season brings happiness and fulfillment to all. Meanwhile, the Federal Road Safety Corps has deployed its entire workforce, including special marshals, to the highways across the nation to ensure hitch-free movement as commuters travel during the Eid al-Fitr celebrations. The special patrol, which commences from Thursday, 27th March to 2nd April 2025, targets to achieve reduction in road traffic crashes, road traffic fatalities and road traffic injuries, and strict enforcement of road traffic laws and regulations, prompt rescue and response to distress calls, speedy removal of obstructions from the highways, among others. The Corps Marshal, Shehu Mohammed, says the Corps would achieve this through effective and efficient distribution of logistics and operational materials. Logistics include the deployment of 157 administrative vehicles, 754 patrol vehicles, 143 ambulances, and 48 trucks, in addition to deployment of radar guns to check speed violations and setting out 16 traffic control camps on different routes. Time now to bring in Adiola Kami Akere for some news from that axis. Hello, Adiola. Some news from that axis.
Decades after the demise of legal luminary Chief Frederick Rotimi Alade Williams, his desire for a constitution that reflects the aspirations of Nigerians for true federalism and an egalitarian nation are still very instrumental to achieving good governance. The leadership of the Patriot re-echoed this position at an interactive session to commemorate the 20th memorial anniversary of one of the founding fathers of the group. Joel Popola has the report.
A national rebate has always been top on the agenda of the Patriots, and this according to immediate family members and mentees of Chief F.R.A. Williams, one-time chairman of the group, is a bedrock and a springboard to a greater Nigeria. Most of the challenges facing the nation were envisaged by the legal icon F.R.A. Williams, who recognized that for law to be just and enduring, it should reflect the identity and aspirations of the people it governs. The Secretary General of the Patriots, Wale Okuniyi, and children of the former leader of the group align with this, emphasizing that having a new constitution will give everyone a sense of belonging.
It's for us to initiate a process of discussion, of debate, of negotiation, where the people can truly own that they are discussing and own what the outcome and resolution of that process. And that gives you a constitution.
Nigeria is lucky to have such a group guiding the government vis-a-vis issue of fundamental objectives and directive principles.
Head of Strategy and Advocacy Committee of the Patriots, Professor Anthony Killer, notes that the clamor for reforms in the political architecture of the nation is gathering momentum.
And the best way to do it is to remember that it has to be a constitution that has input from every part of Nigeria and that represents every part of Nigeria.
Other members of the group who participated virtually implored Nigerians not to lose hope but play active parts in the political process. In Lagos, Joel Bokbola, NTA News.
Continuing in its mandate to manage Nigeria's public debt raising and servicing, both externally and internally, the nation's Debt Management Office, DMO, has started proceedings engaging critical stakeholders to raise funds through the 7th series of a sovereign sukuk facility for government. Larry Belei, who was at the stakeholders meeting, will tell us more.
From the first sovereign sukuk issued in 2017 with an official offer of 100 billion naira and a 7 years tenure, a subscription of 105.878 billion was received and considered an indication of a good reception. Since that 2017 to 2023, when the last sukuk was issued, the nation's Debt Management Office raised a total of 1.092 trillion naira. Now, it is the 7th issuance of the sovereign sukuk.
Meeting is to say, give us a plan. Let's agree how are we going to execute. What is the timeline? When will we issue? What things do we need to do? A number of you know there's marketing is a part of that role, sensitizing investors. So that's this meeting. So call it a strategic meeting.
These are delegates, trustees, legal and financial advisors gathered to discuss in details this 7th sukuk issue with a view of raising 300 billion naira.
So we're looking to a successful outing, but more important is that we're looking to raising the money to support the development of infrastructure. That's the ultimate objective.
The Director General of the Debt Management Office revealed that since the sustained issuance of the sovereign sukuk funds, which is project-tied, 4,100 kilometers of road and 9 bridges across the 6 geopolitical zones have either been constructed or rehabilitated. In Lagos, Larry Belei, NTA News.
And we're done with the contribution from Lagos. The network news will continue after this break. Please stay with us.
Akadi Salah to our Muslim brothers and sisters nation.
Tanker accident. Who bears the brunt? Yes, this question reflects the disturbance of soul with many tank accidents occurring in Nigeria every day. Some of them could have been averted. How do we begin as a nation to address this frequent scary incidents on our roads? This is the business of NTA Tuesday Live on the 1st of April 2025. Who should really take care of the victims? What rights do they have? And who compensates the families left behind? Are the drivers open to prosecution? What should be the regulation and enforcement in place? All of this and more on Conversation on NTA Tuesday Live. Tuesday Live, every week at 10:30 p.m. Incisive and educative as ever. Join us.
You're welcome back, and let's join Francisca for some news from the world of sports. Francisca?
Thank you, Jummai. Welcome to Sports Update. Remo Stars extended their lead at the top of the Nigerian Premier Football League standings to 8 points following a 2-0 victory over Eyimba FC at the conclusion of Match Day 31 on Thursday in Enugu. Plateau United narrowly defeated the home team Rangers International 1-0 from a goal from Suleiman Mojiriola, while Shooting Stars let go of their 2-0 advantage in the first half, finishing in a 2-2 draw against El Kanemi Warriors, and Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan wasted a 2-goal lead to draw with El Kanemi Warriors in Maiduguri. The Shooting Stars currently hold 4th place on the table with 47 points from 31 matches, while their opponents have climbed to 12th place with 41 points from the same number of games. In another match in Uyo, Akwa United triumphed over Niger Tornadoes with a 2-0 win over Remo Stars. Remo Stars lead the standings with 60 points from 30 matches following an 8-point advantage over Rivers United, who have 52 points but have played 1 game less. Abia Warriors sit in 3rd place with 50 points, followed by Shooting Stars Sports Club in 4th place with 47 points. In preparation for the upcoming African Women Volleyball Championship for clubs in Abuja this April, the inspection team of the Nigerian Customs Service, alongside the president of the Nigerian Volleyball Federation, Musa Nimrod, have embarked on an inspection tour of the facilities to be used for the tournament. The team expressed satisfaction with the level of work done so far in the indoor sport hall and gymnasium hall of the Moshood Biola National Stadium, Abuja, as contractors assures of delivering before the tournament commences next week.
We promise we'll be here maybe by Monday evening to check the level of preparedness and to make a few corrections. So far, so good. All is going well. The meeting went up well, and we are hopeful that everything will be fine and very successful.
The organization, I want to say that Customs is doing its best. Yes, I'm pleased with that. I just give by tomorrow, Sunday and Monday, you will never believe this is the place. And I'm happy that the inspection team, the committee came in today.
Well, that's the size of our package. It's back to Jummai.
Thank you, Francisca. And that's NTA Network News for tonight. I am Jummai Yusuf.